We don't have to go to the office anymore every day nowadays. If you have an employer, they have big buildings somewhere in the city or somewhere in the Netherlands or in other cities. And nowadays we can work at home or work at a place nearby, in a school, in a place where we share our spaces. So we have broken free from places where we are centralized ways of working. We are dependent from all kinds of companies because nowadays we can use the internet to share our products. We can share them, we can sell them, we can rent them out. So we can rent a bike for somebody who is in the city and wants to rent your bike, or you can rent out your music devices, or etc. Your musical instruments. You're not dependent anymore from a shop to buy or rent something. You can now rent from your neighbor or from somebody around you. And that's fascinating, right? I mean, this sounds like Independence Day. If you ask me, we've become more and more independent from all kinds of systems which we developed in the last 150 years thanks to the Industrial Revolution. And we now, with new technology, new devices, we can do all things ourselves. Because yes, we want to break free. We can break free nowadays because we have all these possibilities. But there's also something else which has changed. Before we were silenced, right? We had no opportunities to voice our critique, to voice what we were thinking. Well, we have some alternatives nowadays, don't we? I mean, if you look to the amazing amount of social media which has been developing in the last couple of years, and of course the biggest one, Facebook, with it says that it has more than 1 billion people user profiles on its website. I mean, if we look to what happens in a minute, there's an amazing amount of content created by ourselves on all kinds of different platforms. We're setting up Twitter accounts, we're uploading more than 25 hours of movies every minute on YouTube, so we'll never be able to watch all the material even if we live online. We're really getting more and more used to a transparent world where we know more and more, and sometimes maybe we know even a bit too much.
Ik zie in school tegen Antwerpen.
Ja.
Insecten.
Dat blieft?
Ik voel 2 insecten op je rug. Kan dat?
Ja, vlinders.
Slovenie?
Ja.
Een moto, oranje. Pas erop. Zenit.
Oui, bien.
Je hebt een vriendin, Julie de...
Ja.
Die staat wel negatief op je bankrekening.
Ja?
9-7. Last month, you spent €200 on alcohol. 41.
Ja.
Is dat juist?
Ja, dat is juist. Oh my god. Oh man. Ah, dat is, ik weet niet hoe eng.
So this is also radical transparency. I mean, we have become quite transparent about our own lives, right? We use all kinds of online devices. This is the company which is benefiting most from all this transparency. Axiom, they are on the stock exchange in New York. They have 500 million people. They have 1,500 data points, and one data point means something, a fact about you, about your age or your sex or what kind of education you have. They know 1,500 things from 500 million people. So that's kind of a nice database, and they sell this database to all kinds of people. But they're not, of course, not the only company which wants to know everything about you. Google's doing the same thing. They want to know you and know your mobile phone, and therefore they know more and more. And I think the most transparent company in the organization in the world is, of course, maybe you know the example, the Norwegian taxing authorities. Because in Norway, if you live in Norway, you pay taxes in Norway. You can go to the website of the taxing authority, and you can put in the name of your teacher or your colleague or whatever, and you will see that the tax the person paid last year and the year before and the year before. So in Norway, they're completely transparent about the taxes people pay to the Norwegian authorities. We now want to know from companies how much they pay taxes in different countries in Europe, and I think the next one will be the pharmaceuticals. A very opaque, very untransparent way of organizing and paying doctors for medicines. I think they're the ones who are going to be more and more transparent. Now, what does it mean all for our reputation? Because we have all these things we can do ourselves. Like I said in the beginning, we see this trend, this development of a very transparent world, but also transparent about our own lives and our own reputations. Well, it's quite interesting to see what kinds of things that are being developed at the moment. CloudScore is a very interesting product when it comes to your reputation and what your reputation can bring you. So your CloudScore is something, how much influence do you have because of the people who follow you, the amount of friends you have on Facebook or on LinkedIn. Well, the more people you have and the more people follow you and retweet you, the better your CloudScore is. And the higher your CloudScore, the better you have a life. Because for instance, in this club, I always forget the name, the Playhouse nightclub. If you have a high CloudScore, so you are a very influential person because of your social media people following you, you get a VIP treatment. So if you show your CloudScore at the entrance of the club, you go to the VIP entrance of the club, and therefore you have a very easy and fun way going out, because they hope, of course, that you will share your feelings about the club by using Twitter and Facebook, and therefore you are a marketing PR officer. Well, if you have your CloudScore 0, then you have a horrible life, because then you're waiting in the line, right? And you can't go into the club, or you go into the normal entrance. But what's interesting is that with this reputation economy and the expertise we have, we can also monetize. If we want to, we can monetize our own expertise. You see it with Foursquare. The mayors in Foursquare sometimes get a free drink, or get a free dinner, or a free VIP entrance, because they go so many times to this bar and check in and let their friends know that they're there. Nice free marketing. So why wouldn't you give these people a nice drink? So, well, the case is simple. Your reputation can be gold. So let's start gold digging. Thanks so much. But I truly believe, and this is also what I try to say with radical transparency, I think that I'm fighting my lost battle, right? So I will put it off as long as I can, but I'm dead sure that if you look to all the systems, if you look to how it's being monetized at the moment, there's no escaping in a couple of years that I'm going to be in, because I like the benefits too much and I don't want to miss out. For now, for now it's too new, and there's not that much interest yet. But the more and more it gets links, and the more smart these systems are becoming, the more I want to be in. So yeah, that's the deal, I'm afraid. Yeah.